Hi guys, and welcome to today's monthly favorites episode that is dedicated to my most worn and loved perfumes of June 2025. So make sure to keep on watching to find out more about them. Let me know about yours down below in the commentary section and check out the description box for all the information. I would highly appreciate if you could give this video a huge thumbs up, as well as feel free to subscribe to my channel because I would absolutely love to have you here. And once you're done with that, we can get started. So let's begin with the one that I've been wearing most when I am teaching classes. So when we learn German, I want my students to feel motivated. I want to wear perfume that would be uplifting, and Naki is hands down one of the most complimented ones of the month for me. This Swiss brand Panoa creates bold fragrances, and Naki is the freshest and also the softest one from the collection, and it's very complex. I really like that in the opening it got that passion fruit note that smells very summery, kind of tropical. It is softened by beautiful peach that brings in kind of like softer and more powdery texture that is also quite floral. Note of fig leaf blends everything together without being too green nor creamy. It just smells very natural, and although it has a little bit of powderiness to it that my student asked me about because she really wanted to know what smells so good because of its powdery sillage, I would say that this is also a refreshing floral fruity fragrance that is really mouthwatering and perfect for the summertime. So if you're looking for something like that, I have a discount that applies on all of their perfumes that are very bold and strong, and if you get some, you will also receive a complimentary gift. So don't sleep on their perfumes, they are really good. And with that being said, let's talk about the freshest and also the most citrusy fragrance in my summer rotation so far, which is this new release by Galha Fragrances that is called Crimson Veil, and it captures the DNA of this brand that has very outgoing, fresh, bold fragrances perfectly because there is high dose of bergamot mixed with beautiful spices. It smells aromatic, a little bit woody, and with wild berries that are cooled down by mineral notes. To me, it's like a refreshing summer cocktail that is very long lasting. And just in case you happen to like perfumes in a Vento style but you want something that would be current with focus on maybe spicy, cool mineral tones without that pineapple accord but a lot of bergamot, I would highly recommend you this one that is extremely long lasting, and I just like that it stays put no matter how hot it is, and Benny wears it too, so we kind of share that fragrance. And another beautiful fresh perfume with very aromatic character is actually this new release by Coraterno that I've just started wearing, and my gosh, it is so addictive because it's the type of sweeter peppermint scent that I'm a big fan of. I don't like peppermint perfumes that are too cooling, and this is just like perfect balance of something fresh, green. There's a note of bergamot with ginger in here, so it is energizing, but there's also a note of fir, raspberry, rose, so it smells a little bit sweet, almost jammy, and I cannot wait to continue wearing it even more. So just in case you also like minty fragrances that are rather on the sweet side, I highly recommend you this one because it just brings some fun energy into the day, and I absolutely love that. So with that being said, now let's talk about the greenest fragrance that I've been obsessed with, because every summer I pull out my tennis club, and this Carner Barcelona perfume is so atmospheric because it literally transports you to the tennis court where you might be playing tennis in the middle of the Mediterranean park that opens pretty green. There is a note of patty green that can be sharp. It's not in here, but it definitely makes you smell the greenery. There is bergamot, there is blood orange, but focuses definitely on the patty green that then evolves as a rather floral fragrance that still stays on the green side. So there is Nerol, there is orange blossom, and they are kind of refreshed by the sea breeze and also warmed up by the sun. So just in case you are into sporty perfumes but you don't like those commercial fragrances, you want something green, refreshing, sun-kissed, this is the perfect one that is great for the summertime because it is long-lasting. And I like perfumes that don't disappear within a short period of time, but you can smell longer on yourself. And one of such fragrances is this next one, but before I tell you about it, I forgot to tell you you that I have discount for Carner Barcelona Perfumes, and I highly recommend you check out their fragrances. Now, another fragrance that you can get with my discount, following link in the description box, and this is the most affordable one out of all these that I reach for every summer, just because this dupe by One Perfumes for Kilian's Moonlight in Heaven, that is such a gorgeous, very multifaceted fragrance, is just spot on. It is a compliment getter. It is extremely versatile. It will smell great on everyone. There is note of grapefruit, lemon, pink pepper, some green and fruity notes in there. So in the opening, it smells citrus, it smells refreshing, almost like with a bitter edge, something spicy and aromatic, absolutely delicious, mouth-watering. You literally want to eat or spray more. I do go heavy on this perfume because you can't overspray it or overdo it. It just gets better with every spritz you make. Then there's note of mango, coconut, rice, and you might think that this is like that vacation type of fragrance, but what's interesting about it is that in the dry down is note of vetiver that I'm not the biggest fan of normally, but in here it just does some magic. There are some other molecules in here as well, but it is not one of those overripe fragrances that transport you somewhere on the tropical island. It smells very polished. It is not too much for the everyday wear, and it is just such a beautiful fragrance that is well received, that people ask me about, and it's year after year. So go ahead, check it out. Link is down below. One Perfumes has so many dupes for many different fragrances, so don't sleep on those ones. And I'm also here to share with you the fragrance that I'm wearing on the evening when I'm going out and I want something maybe a little bit more sensual. This is new release by Latafa called Petra, and just in case you've already seen my rating of all the viral Latafa's fragrances, you might already remember that I chose it as one of my top favorites. In case you missed that video, make sure to check it out. But I just love that it's not a straight up dupe for like a popular fragrance out there. It has some originality to it, and for me it's kind of like green tuberose with boozy coconut that is so sexy for the summer night out. Guys, it is giving Greece vacation vibes, and I just love that it smells luxurious. It smells niche, although it is not that expensive. However, it is more expensive than some other Latafa's fragrances, so make sure to check out that video in case you are interested in some fragrances from this brand. Let me know if you've already tried this newer one that I've already reviewed, and what do you think about this brand overall. And we are moving on to some rosy perfumes, because I've been wearing a ton of those, and one of these is actually this Vedette by Dita Fontees that I purchased hoping it's going to be similar to Musk Butterfly by Kilian, which is not. It is closer to Juliette Hazegan's Miss Charming, because it's like almost that syrupy marmalade type of a rose fragrance that is extremely flirty and not too musky. That's why I've been layering it with Raout Al Musk, which is Latafa's hidden gem in my personal opinion. People don't give enough credit. This beautiful musky fragrance that smells clean, not outdated at all. If you love beautiful white musk fragrances with some florality, this is actually way more similar to Musk Butterfly than Vedette, but together it's a match made in heaven that I've been constantly wearing to work. So I have 3 jobs, and the one that is in the office where I just sit at the desk is more formal, so I like perfumes in that style, and this is the one, the combo that yeah, I've been rocking a lot, and it was not too much, but I don't think I will be wearing it in the summer because it is still pretty loud, bold, playful. And I like more formal fragrances like this next one, which is newer flanker of Lancome's Idole fragrance that is actually quite similar to Guidance, but it is not as complex as that one. Just imagine original Idole and Guidance having a baby. That would be the one. So it's just like the beautiful, clean, more cool rose with a beautiful sandalwood note without anything too fruity. So this is actually quite formal. It gives me enough confidence, and I like it for that. So with that being said, I also wanted to mention a great musk fragrance that is actually not as typical musky as you might think. So this is Supermask by PEFUMES Perfumes. I love their fun concept. They have super cool, original, and very avant-garde fragrances, and I gotta be honest with you, there is something absolutely mind-blowing in this perfume. Molecules in here are so addictive. You know how marketing goes crazy sometimes promising you all surreal things? This one is giving me that addictive feeling, like oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. And it is rather simple, it is linear, it will create that feeling like you're not even wearing perfume. So if you are looking for the most versatile, the most universal perfume for the everyday basis that might fool people and they will really ask you about your fragrance, because it is very hard to figure it out because it is loaded with beautiful molecules, it smells modern, it smells so good, and it is actually very long lasting. So just in case you know that you like those type of fragrances, it is unisex, and I just can't imagine a person who wouldn't like it. So with that being said, something else in that style, a little bit more complex because it is rather on the fruity side, is MFK's Kirk that I've already reviewed for you, discussing pros and cons of this fragrance that does receive some critique, which is totally fair, but it grew on me. I like it very much. I find it is a soft type of fragrance that smells very musky, but like with this note of gummy candies that is very, yeah, just cozy, alluring, very soft. Fruity accordion here is rather blurred, meaning you can't really pinpoint all the fruits in here. They are blended into the white musk that can be a little bit flat sometimes. I still do really like it. It is not the most long-lasting perfume. It is a little bit overpriced. I hope there are going to be some more dupes for it, but for now I really enjoy it. Let me know how you feel about Kirk, and if you haven't seen my video in which I reviewed in more details, make sure to check it out. Now let's talk about the most favorite Monsera fragrance out of all that I've just recently reviewed for you guys. I absolutely love their Explicit Vanilla, just because I always point out that I'm a huge lover of vanilla perfumes, and I do have so many of those that if you have any questions, go ahead, let's chat down below. But this is kind of like their take on this darker gourmand style that I was very curious about, so I decided to get it among with some other of their newer releases, and it turned out to be like the most relaxing, beautiful, soft vanilla, although there is brown sugar with oud, with chocolate, ambery and woody molecules. This is soft, this is wearable, this is very addictive, pleasant, milky, creamy, but not to the point like it's a dupe for Bianco Latte. It still has something unique to it, and yeah, I've been really enjoying it. You know what happened? You might remember that set that I got, oh my gosh, of the Monsera fragrances, and I kept the fig one in my purse, and you know what, I smashed it, so it smells great now, but I'm a little bit disappointed with that. But now let's talk about another great vanilla fragrance that is super sexy. I mean, like anytime I go out, I will definitely apply a few drops or like roll it all over my body. This is Vanilla Love by Perfume Expressions, great brand with perfume oils that are dupes for something popular out there. I actually like to apply it on my hair and sometimes massage it into my scalp, so it smells absolutely sexy because it's spot on take on Vanilla Sex by Tom Ford. I love that brand and how it works with vanilla, but like having this perfume, I don't even know if I need the original one for the collection, probably, but I don't think if you get this, there is a necessity to purchase that super expensive Tom Ford's fragrance, although it's great, but this is just like as awesome. There is bitter almond on top, and I love this note because it's powdery, and yes, it gets that texture to the fragrance, but it is so vanilla. I mean, like it's almost like freshly taken out of the pot. Like it is a vanilla spice perfume, it's not a vanilla candy fragrance, and it smells grown up. It is giving massive sexy fluid vibes, and I always wear it if I'm going out in the summertime. Make sure to give it a try. They also have such a good take on Delina that I keep in my purse because I love that it is very juicy. It's kind of like more focused on top and the middle notes without that heavy musk that always disturbed me about Delina. And this brand Colleen, which is an affordable one at our drugstore, is another pretty close take on Delina that I wear to work every single day, kind of like using it as a base to layer with some other fragrances on top. So yeah, I've been really enjoying that. And finally, last but not least, I do have here another beautiful rose fragrance, this time by Latafa, that I blind bought because it got compared to my favorite fragrance by Amouage, which is their iconic Guidance. But you know, this is such a bold fragrance that makes a statement, and I can't wear it on the everyday basis when this is a little bit easier, but at the same time it got that nice signature creamy rose out of Guidance. However, it is unique enough to be considered not a dupe because I love the edgy berry fruitiness in the opening that is coming from blackcurrant, and I wear it most when I'm going to Ukrainian rallies outside, when I'm among the crowd and people. I want something that would be very pleasant at the same time with the character, and this is that one that stays put, and it is also one of the fragrances with beautiful performance, and I like that when I'm outside. So with that being said, let me know about your monthly favorites. If you have any questions left, I'm here to answer them. Thank you so much for watching. I highly appreciate your time here, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. That would be really helpful, as well as make sure to shop perfumes with my discounts. All the information is down below in the description box. Please check it out, and of course feel free to subscribe to my channel because that would be amazing. I'd love to have you here following my social media, so we stay in touch, and I wish you a great day. Stay tuned to request future content in the comment section, and we'll see each other in the next video really soon. Bye guys.